Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we have a little bit of news, small little bit of news right now, that it seems that Hunter Biden has been charged with pretty much three federal charges at the very least. And it seems to be more of a slap on the wrist, considering the fact, what charges he's being replaced on and how little time it seems that, it seems to be going here. But of course, the Democratic Party will not charge, people on their side, essentially. And here's a actual video showing of kind of what CNN's really talk about with Hunter Biden and all that great stuff. Take a look.
Development in the federal investigation into Hunter Biden, the son of President Joe Biden. Let's get right to Kara Scannell for details on this. Kara, I understand there is a plea agreement. What have you learned?
Yeah, John, this 5-year-long investigation now coming to a head. We have learned from new court filings at the U.S. District Court here in Wilmington, Delaware, that Hunter Biden has agreed to plead guilty to multiple criminal charges. I'm going to walk you through this. One of these charges involves, these are 2 counts of failing to file tax returns in a timely fashion. Those are misdemeanors. He's also going to plead guilty to a charge of a firearm offense. This is the possession of a firearm while you are addicted to a controlled substance. Now, the firearm offense is going to be diverted. And what that means is that if he meets certain conditions, that charge will go away. This will be over a set period of time. Otherwise, it's the tax misdemeanor charges that he has been charged with.
So yeah, that's what's essentially happening here, and we have more news as well, that we have, all this, that Hunter Biden, with failure to pay federal income tax and illegally possessing a weapon, his legal team has reached a deal with federal prosecutors that will allow him to plead guilty to misdemeanor tax offenses, and is expected to reach a deal with prosecutors on the felony charges of illegally possessing a firearm as a drug user, the Associated Press reported Tuesday morning. Even though all this stuff is, quite obviously more considered a felony in most cases, but I guess you just bring it down to a misdemeanor because that's okay. It comes as Hunter Biden continues to face legal scrutiny from House Republicans over his business dealings, and 1 week after from former President Donald Trump pleading not guilty in the DOJ's classified documents investigation. As Biden and Trump prepare for a potential rematch in the 2024 presidential race, Trump's legal woes have made headlines in recent weeks. The deal avoids a trial for Hunter Biden that would likely dominate news cycles. The deal will allow Biden to avoid prosecution on a charge of illegally possessing a firearm as a drug user, so long as he adheres to conditions as set by prosecutors, according to the AP. More specific details about the agreements remain unknown Tuesday morning. Any plea deal would need to be approved by a federal judge, and it remained unclear whether the president's 53-year-old son would himself appear in a court to enter the plea. The deal will conclude a years-long investigation into the younger Biden for alleged tax offenses and making false statements while purchasing a firearm that first opened under former President Donald Trump's administration. His attorneys met with the DOJ last month, and the dedication the investigation was concluding. Christopher Clark, an attorney for Hunter Biden, told the AP, "I know Hunter Biden believes it is important to take responsibility for these mistakes he made during a period of turmoil and addiction in his life. He looks forward to continuing his recovery and moving forward." Although we know that Hunter Biden and even Joe Biden himself had 17 recordings of working with other countries and selling the American people. So that's not really what's going on here, and it proved this exactly because I didn't actually show this exactly. 17 recordings, Biden. So we're going to do this here, and then and what have you. So we'll do this here, and this says, what about the 17 recordings implicating President Biden? All right, so we have this here from this, and then we have the Bailey Beast here, that we have Republicans admit they don't know if Biden bribery tapes really exist, which is obviously from the Daily Beast. And then we have this, Joe Biden tapes, what we know about Burisma Hunter audio conversations. So yeah, this is all the things that has been going on here. So you guys want to say that the 17 recordings is not a thing? Well, that's the thing again. Of course, when you have CNN, maybe they don't exist and stuff like that, you start to question, because we all know on how fake CNN is, right? So obviously we take these things with a grain of salt. We haven't actually been able to hear them, potentially, mostly because of the fact that the FBI doesn't want to release them. So we also have that. We have this as well. Caroline Leavitt, the spokesman for the Trump Alliance Make America Great Again Incorporated Super PAC, responded to the deal in a statement. As President Trump predicted, Biden's Justice Department is cutting a sweetheart deal with Hunter Biden in order to make their bogus case to get Trump appear fair, Leavitt tweeted. Meanwhile, Biden's DOJ continues to turn a blind eye to the Biden family's extensive corruption and bribery scheme. The American people need President Trump back in office to appoint a truly independent special prosecutor that will finally bring justice. Exactly. We need... I don't think that we need a prosecutor that is on both, is either on the right or the left. We need one that is in the middle, right? That does not seem to cater to either side. Of course, if Trump gets a prosecutor or whatever that is more in the middle, that prosecutor would still be called a Trump appointed prosecutor. So there is not really a winning here. In this sense, for either side, because honestly, if you think about it, if whichever that they choose, it's pretty much going to be a Trump or Biden prosecutor. But I would say maybe, just maybe, that the Trump prosecutors are less bit corrupt and more fair on the law than a actual Biden prosecutor that seems to only go after politically, as what we're seeing here. The DOJ investigation is separate from the probes Hunter Biden faces from the House Republicans, involving his business dealings. Republicans have said that his business affairs with foreign countries, including Ukraine and China, amount to corruption. They have accused him and other Biden family members of receiving millions of dollars from foreign sources while Biden served as vice president. So yeah, well, there's us going here. We have from DC Drano, also saying Hunter Biden has reached a tentative agreement with the DOJ to plead guilty to 3 federal crimes, 2 tax and 1 gun under terms that should keep him out of jail. Boy, it sure pays to have your daddy in the Oval Office. 3 federal crimes and no jail. How nice. Yeah, exactly. So we have these issues here where he faces no jail time at all. Just because, he has the DOJ is here. So we can see the actual differences between the political attacks, right? One is where all these federal crimes and stuff like that, and then he gets no jail time, even though he committed 3 federal crimes, right? And while Trump is getting attacked by pretty much everywhere possible. So this is the insanity that's going on here. The political bias is true and real, and we need to bring this country back into order here, because this is insanity. Of course he faces no jail time, because why would he? Alright guys, that's it for the video. Like, subscribe, share. As always, take care.